The street is quiet until you hear it, the sharp rhythm of paws striking pavement. A shadow glides beside you, tall, sleek, and alert. The Doberman doesn't bark. It doesn't need to. Its presence alone makes people step aside. Shoulders straighten, footsteps quicken, eyes drop to the ground. For an intruder, that presence is more terrifying than noise. Silence paired with power feels like a warning from the dark. The Doberman's body is built for intimidation. Lean muscle coils under a coat that shines like polished steel. The head is wedge-shaped, the ears sharp, the chest wide. Every detail says speed, strength, precision. And then there are the eyes. Focused, unblinking, locked on you like laser sights. This is why intruders hesitate. They don't see a dog, they see a threat calculating their every move. History carved this reputation deep. Dobermans were bred not just as companions, but as protectors. Night guards in Germany relied on them. Soldiers in wartime marched with them. That legacy lingers in their DNA. Even today, they carry the aura of a bodyguard who never clocks out. Picture the intruder creeping toward a fence. The Doberman is already there, standing still, body vibrating with readiness. No growl, no bark, just silence. The kind of silence that makes your skin crawl. Then it happens. The Doberman launches forward, a blur of power and intent. The speed is shocking, faster than most expect. Before the intruder blinks, the dog is inches away. This explosive sprint is part of the fear. There's no time to plan, no chance to react. The bite force is devastating, but it's not just the bite. It's the way they combine speed, precision, and commitment. Unlike some breeds, a Doberman doesn't bluff. When they commit, it's total. Even a whisper of hesitation vanishes when the dog hits full stride. And intruders know it. Walking with a Doberman at night feels like carrying a weapon that breathes. Strangers think twice before approaching. And when I train in public or walk in busy areas, I always keep my essentials in an anti-theft backpack, so both hands are free to handle the dog without worry. Check the link in the description if you plan to do the same. Back on the street, the Doberman shifts back to calm. 1 second a storm, the next a statue. That unpredictability makes them even more unnerving. You can't read when they'll switch, and neither can intruders. They don't waste energy barking at shadows. They wait, they watch, they decide. And when the decision is made, it's final. Intruders feel that judgment before it happens. It's not only physical. It's psychological. The Doberman plays with the mind before it even moves. Intruders remember stories, rumors, movies. The breed's reputation does half the work before the dog steps forward. But reputation alone isn't enough to keep fear alive. The truth is in their behavior. A Doberman doesn't just guard, it calculates. That sharp intelligence adds another layer of terror. Intruders know they aren't facing raw instinct. They're facing something that thinks. The dog watches angles, tracks footsteps, predicts intent. That level of awareness is hard to fool. And when you can't trick a guardian, you stop trying. You run. This is why other breeds may bark louder or look bulkier, but Dobermans cut deeper. They combine elegance with efficiency. Like a blade hidden in the dark, they strike with precision, not chaos. And precision is what intruders fear most. The silence breaks only when needed. A single bark rips through the air like a gunshot. It's not a playful sound. It's a warning backed by generations of breeding. That bark tells intruders they've been caught. And once a Doberman has locked on, retreat is the only option. Their speed compounds the fear. 0 to full sprint in seconds, their bodies explode with athletic precision. It feels like being hunted by a living missile. You don't outrun it, you don't even try. And if you do, the Doberman adjusts mid-stride, recalculating angles like a predator closing the gap. There's no wasted movement. No hesitation. Just relentless pursuit. But the most chilling part isn't the chase. It's the way they return to stillness afterward. One moment, fury. The next, calm. That switch terrifies intruders because it means control, not chaos. Chaos can be distracted. Controlled aggression cannot. Intelligence magnifies that control. The Doberman doesn't just react, it decides. It learns patterns, remembers faces, and links experiences with outcomes. An intruder isn't just chased, they're studied. That study leads to unpredictability. Intruders never know what the dog will do next. Sometimes it's silent stalking. Sometimes it's an instant sprint. Both options keep fear alive. Add in loyalty, and the equation deepens. The Doberman isn't just working, it's protecting family. That devotion fuels their determination. And intruders sense it the moment they see the dog's stance shift. It's not about territory alone. It's about people. And that makes the Doberman unstoppable. Other breeds may bark at doors or fences. But the Doberman bars the path like a soldier refusing entry. The ears erect, the eyes hard, the body angled forward. Every line screams authority. Even without training, their posture intimidates. With training, it becomes weaponized precision. Protection work reveals their edge. A Doberman learns not just to bite, but when and how. The grip is full, the hold unyielding, the release time to command. That kind of control terrifies more than raw power ever could. Because intruders fear unpredictability, but they fear control even more. Control means no way out. Pair that with agility, and escape becomes impossible. Fences don't stop them, and obstacles don't slow them. Their sleek build allows them to weave, jump, and strike with shocking speed. Imagine thinking you're safe, only to see the Doberman vault the barrier. That image alone is enough to make most intruders walk away before trying. Fear doesn't wait for contact, it starts at sight. And sight alone tells a story. A breed built with edges sharp enough to cut through bravado. People argue about stronger jaws or heavier builds. But fear isn't always about numbers. Fear is about presence. And the Doberman carries it better than most. Their silhouette at night is unmistakable. Tall, lean, black and rust, standing perfectly still. An intruder sees that shape and rethinks everything. Suddenly, the risk outweighs the reward. That's why intruders often bypass homes with Dobermans. Not because the dog barked, but because the dog didn't need to. It's psychological warfare. And the Doberman wins before the fight begins. Even seasoned criminals admit it. The reputation sticks like a shadow across generations. Movies, stories, whispers, they all paint the same picture. Don't mess with a Doberman. That narrative works in the owner's favor. The breed's past becomes your present protection. But fear alone isn't what makes them special. It's the combination of fear and loyalty. Because behind that terrifying presence is devotion. They don't just guard property, they guard hearts. That duality is why they stand apart. To family, gentle. To threats, ruthless. And intruders can feel the line the moment they cross it. They see the calm eyes shift, and they know it's over. This is why the Doberman remains the ultimate deterrent. Not the biggest, not the loudest, but the most decisive. Fear comes from certainty. And intruders are certain the Doberman won't back down. So when you ask why intruders fear the Doberman most, the answer is layered. It's appearance, speed, intelligence, unpredictability, and loyalty. But above all, it's control. The Doberman doesn't act wild, it acts with purpose. And purposeful protection is the kind that stops intruders cold. At the end of the night, the streets fall quiet again. The Doberman curls at your feet, calm and steady. The same dog that terrified an intruder with its presence now rests like a loyal shadow. And that contrast is the secret of their power. Intruders fear them not only for what they are, but for what they become when danger arrives. Gentle one second, relentless the next. And that truth echoes louder than any bark. The Doberman is the dog intruders hope they never meet.